Hi everyone, finally the Bitcoin price is moving towards the 120 again, and now this is the basis now 116, 117, 120. This is the normal now finally, which is super nice to see the price action just going up and up and up. And as I was saying before, the altcoins finally they are following. So there is not only Bitcoin who is going up like we have been experiencing the last 2 years, but also the altcoin finally they start to catching up and following more the move of Bitcoin. And we're gonna see now what actually happens in our last update. And I was pointing to you that we potentially gonna have a red valleys over here in forming, but apparently the Bitcoin price don't want to fall. That's what it looks like right now. I'm still expecting this ABC have been playing pretty good over here. My trade unfortunately didn't went through because I did put it like I was telling you that I don't really mind to grab it at 18,000. So I did think I put it somewhere at 18,500, 600, something there, and we're just going to reach all the way to the 800 pretty much. So just for 200, which is fine. I don't get a FOMO into this. As you can see, we again going into this high and probably gonna smash it, but I'm just gonna wait for a retracement. I don't just gonna FOMO in, and this is something like I always say to you, like just don't FOMO in, because opportunity is gonna come. Even if we're talking about a trade, if you just want to buy on spot and hold it for the next month, I mean, you can buy in any price. It doesn't really make any difference if you buy a 15,000 or 20,000 anyway. And we're gonna go all the way to the 140. I have been we're talking 145, 150 more or less. It really doesn't make any difference. So let me check. We're gonna check actually the daily what is happening, because we still see how we're coming little by little to fill it up the candles. I was telling to you this always happen. This was no bearish at all, this candle, because we see already the time and the direction. The time of the red valley was already losing momentum, and the direction was just positive towards making a green one. Plus the Fortuna line, we start to see how start to enter into a positive area with a little bit more and more strength. So this is a really nice combination for smash the previous high. We're gonna see how it's gonna continue in the next days. Around the next 10 days, we should be already making new highs. Remember, so probabilities, and this is the highest probability for Bitcoin in the daily. Also, we have finally Ethereum reaching the price target. I was saying to you in my past Ethereum videos, we passed this, and you can see how exactly play out. We came all the way here, went up, went down. Now we're gonna go up, and the question is if we're gonna go down as well, like rejected like this. We could see the same scenario than before, just reaching the area and then comment this red candle liquidating everybody. But we could also go all the way up and even to the 5,000. I was just checking this big whale, like put like I don't know, like 4-5 millions in a short, and the liquidation price was around 4,900 more or less. So that could be playing out potentially, just going all the way there. I mean, it's not only one way, but there is many who are just shorting right now Ethereum. So we could go liquidating and then go all the way like this. And this is something that I have been saying already, it's gonna happen in the next days and weeks to come. So just keep that in mind if you already feeling FOMO to enter here. If you enter, something I'm doing as well, if you enter in this area of the 1,000 already, as I've been calling it, and I did enter in this area, I'm selling little by little here. I don't really care. I mean, just selling in this area. Yes, we're gonna go, I was pointing out in my last video, we're gonna go all the way to the 8,000, 9,000, potentially 10,000 as well. No, 16 like many people are calling. Or I mean, it could be possible, but once we reach at least 7,000, we're gonna update and see how the time is, the direction, the volume, and see if that is it realistic or not to reach 16,000 or 20,000 that many people are calling. So for now, I will just will wait. Why I'm selling? Because I mean, I did enter to get, I did buy many Ethereums in this area when I was calling as well in a video, and now I just getting a little bit more of stable coins, because we're gonna have a retracement. Even if you think that won't happen, we're gonna have a certain point, and it's in that retracement when I want to accumulate more for the way up. And this is nothing about fundamentals or not. This is just a trade, and the daily is just for the next 10-15 days to come. And this is my way. I mean, my way to be accumulating more Bitcoin, just making these trades, and the profits, they just go straight to the monthly on Bitcoin for my monthly wallet I'm talking. So it's the one I just accumulating, and I'm not selling at all. That's something as well you should consider to do as well. At least that you billionaire, you don't need to do that. You can just buy and buy and buy. It doesn't matter which price is. But I think that if you're watching this video, you're not yet in that position. So let me check. Let's check Solana as well on the weekly, because I mean, this is going all the way to 200 now. We were, just see how nicely you can see higher lows, and now we have this nice pump, but we also reaching previous highs. So the question is, should you buy there or not? And for that, you can go and check in the daily how it looks. And yeah, we still have some time. The direction is nice. Now in a positive with a strain. You can see the Fortuna lines playing really nice. Let me see. I think it's gonna do exactly what the Ethereum did before, because yeah, we have the Fortuna lines still have strain. The direction still, time we still have, but the RSI is already over. So we can continue all the way to here to the 86 in the RSI. And after that, just spell a pullback, and that is the area where you can incorporate to the trade if you want to join to Solana, which I think that we're gonna see in the next days and weeks. We're gonna see potentially go and making a new higher high, where that will be around the 255 is the previous high. Exactly what the Ethereum have done. We went all the way here, and now we're reaching the second target. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Solana is super bullish in the weekly, the daily as well. We have tons of time to fill up and go all the way up. Now I want to also check Link, because Link has been having a pretty good momentum. And this is because all the partnership they always have, and now there's this big news with Circle and Tether. They want to create their own L1 for stablecoins, and of course they're going to be using Oracle from a reliable company like Link. So this is super bullish for the price, because these are massive companies once they make these L1s. Let me see. Yeah, we have the high low as well. Now we see this is pretty much like Solana is doing something like this. After we break this, probably we're gonna liquidate everybody. This is the weekly, so this will be for the next month, remember. And the higher high is 52. I mean, even if we enter here, we have 100%. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad to still jump on it. Let me see the daily, how it looks. Daily, we're potentially it's already information to this bearish direction. You can see here. This is the highest probability. I'm not saying that it's 100% like this, but you can see already. We could continue a little bit more, but if this one is lower, if this value is lower than the other one, we're going to go down. But that going down is not to zero. It's just having a retracement for you to incorporate. Why for you to incorporate? Because in the weekly, we have a clear, and the weekly is super bullish. We have already the timing is perfect. We still have more time to go. This Fortuna and I start to get some strain and going into a positive direction. There's still no overbought, so we still have a long way to go. If we're gonna smash the previous high, I know 100% potentially, because this is like a classic. It's a classic, and it's like really good infra that still everybody uses. No, like Litecoin or another old altcoin that nobody really use it. So this yeah, I would give a try. Maybe I'm gonna jump into a trade now when we have this retracement to get a better price, maybe around the, let's see, cannot really tell right now because depending and the daily where we're topping up, then maybe it's gonna be around the 30. We could even reach the 30. Let's see. I'm gonna try to keep this on my list. Let me see. I'm gonna put it here, and we're gonna be going upside. And let me know if you're really into link in the commentaries below. I'm gonna be checking more deeply for you. So don't forget to subscribe and like as well. Now XRP, let's see, because this has been pumping up super crazy. The whole market just making higher high and higher high. Yeah, I mean, just keep an eye to this, because I have been pumping up a lot, and we potentially it's gonna do what I have been saying all the time with BTC. I'm no bearish at all, but I'm just cautious, because at this point we have been pumping up so high. People just calling that the bull market just started, but actually the bull market started here when it bottomed, and we bottomed at 15,000, and now from 15,000 we went all the way to 123. You can see we did already 600%, and people calling we're gonna do like 1,000% more. Like, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, just you should be just aware that many news that you hear next of around YouTube is gonna make you FOMO, and you gonna, if you following that, you're gonna lose your mind, and that's really not good for you. So I'm making these videos for you to have a better picture of what actually happened in the market, with what the charts say to us, but with a cold mind, because otherwise you're just gonna think that bear market never gonna come. Potentially, I mean, it could happen as well, but we need to see that first. And for now, what I was pointing already before, we will make something like this. This is not 100%, but it's something I just keeping track on it. And this doesn't mean I'm bearish, no at all. I'm super bullish, and believe me, I do hold pretty nice spikes of Bitcoin. So for me, if we go to 300k, half a million, I mean, I would be super happy. In this bull market, we're gonna go for sure in the next years. That is no question at all. But for now, I have been pointing this just to keep an eye, because yes, we still can consolidate a little bit, or just go and reach all the way to here. I mean, you can see, even we can try like this. If we play out the 140 like we have been saying, I can just go like this, and then we go like that. I mean, it just can happen. So just keep an eye to this. This is a bearish derivation. If you don't know what is that, you can just search on Google, and you will have better idea of what I'm telling. And this is something this is not something that's gonna happen tomorrow, don't get me wrong. I mean, the weekly, we're talking about the next month, which play out super nice with the bull market. It's gonna be around November, December, play super good. We're gonna continue updating and see if that is possible or not, because it can happen many other things. We're gonna start reading all the time the market and try to figure it out when is the best moment to exit. So let me see what other icon I was here and people wanted it. I check it out what Avax and Sui as well, Pengu as well, and leaks. So Avax is in the same position. Let me see this. Avax. This is the weekly now. Still a little bit lazy, but I think we're still on the ABC. I see. Yeah, I mean these coins. Let me see. They are a little bit slow compared to the other ones. You can see like this. We're gonna go something like that, and they're just going up. I mean, they're gonna take longer than the others. They're not all of them are pushing like Solana or Ethereum. Let me see now. Sui on the weekly. This looks super nice. I was pushing this and saying that potentially we're gonna go and reach this, but it was not 100%. And now, yeah, I mean, in the weekly we're just gonna go up. This is in the next months to come. Let me check the daily. Yeah, it looks exactly like. Let's just check the total too, because I actually just look finally breakout from this consolidation I was calling before. We went all the area here, enter again, and now we in this breakout. So that is pretty nice. Let me see, but we are in previous high. So let me see how it looks the weekly. No, this is really nice, guys. So actually that was the higher we have. The Altseason is really coming. It's really coming, but it's coming in the next month. So we're gonna have, now that we see all this movement, we're gonna have exactly, we're gonna go up. Don't when I'm drawing this, don't take it like exactly how I'm drawing that gonna go all the way to 2 trillions and then going down. I mean, could be something just like this and then going up. But yeah, you know what I say all the time. When we testing the previous high is the worst moment to enter. So if you find any altcoins that we reaching or testing in the daily, the previous high or the weekly, is time to consider it if you take some profit and wait for a pullback. And like I was saying, you just need to be patient. You just need to be patient. And this is something also, like CC is just calling again, no? All you have to do was nothing. Patient pace. Well, actually, I was saying that there's something you need to do, and that is buy. That is buy, because otherwise you would just regretting. But once you buy, you don't sell, and you just wait and be patient. You're gonna get rewarded, and this is how I've been calling all the time. Don't FOMO-ing, just be patient. The opportunity is gonna come more and more. You just need to be patient, because the market always rewards us once I have patience. Just keep that in mind, so then you don't enter into FOMO, because you're gonna have a lot of FOMO like right now. Like, people completely forgot we are completely in 73 grid. This could go even to 90. We have been in the last bull market for 90 for days and days and days. But I do think that we're gonna see again a pullback, and that's the moment to incorporate. If you don't have anything and you want to jump, that is the best opportunity you're gonna have, because after that I don't really see that you're gonna have any return. I mean, we're gonna have probably more pullbacks, but the return is gonna be, you're gonna have more risk to be the exit liquidity of all the people who was buying before you, instead of getting returns from the market. And something else I want to point, this is why you should not trust your governments or the politicians. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, because they don't want to see your good or wealth. And that is why, like, they debase the currency so hardly every day. You getting poorer and poorer and poorer without knowing it. And on top of that, you get taxation and inflation. And this is how they try always to lie, to convince you that they're thinking about you. Look, this is Nancy Mace. I don't really know her. She's a Waffle House from Waffle House, the Citadel. Oh my God, what a what a curriculum is. Okay, the Citadel use house, working hard service, South Carolina. Okay, what she was saying? She was saying national debt just hit 37 trillion. Not just a number, but a bill our kids can afford to pay. It sounds super nice, no? And then community notes come and say that she vote age on HR1, which is estimated to increase the national debt by 4.5 trillion according to it. Like, and then come Ben and say that then why do you vote to expand the debt by more of 3 trillion if you don't think our kids can pay that? And this is it. And she still mentioned here July the 3rd, just vote yes on the big beautiful bill. Like, what the, like, really, like, they're so idiots as well. Like, how do you even do that? You don't know about the community notes. You don't know you're gonna get like everything get recorded over there and people gonna smash you in your face. Yeah, guys, like, I mean, they don't care anymore. They don't care. And that's why you should get Bitcoin and just protect yourself, because they really don't care now that everybody's here. They just don't care. And something else, like, I don't know, I should call this this is one of the sign, like, we're topping, like, we're gonna see this in the next weeks and months to come. And it's like, it was so obvious, like, now the president is saying anyone selling it before a new all-time high is a little bit like when you thought that it's gonna happen, like, I never thought that that's gonna happen. So let me know if you are B or you holding. But I'm saying to you already, like, taking profit don't make poor anybody. And Ethereum is just pointing out there that you can just take some profit and then just wait for that dip, because we're gonna have it, even if people think we don't. Just pay attention to this. I mean, normally the market love to do that. I'm not saying this gonna happen, because the value can even overpass that this other one and continue bullish, but we already went all the way to, with green candles. That's why, we went all the way from 2,200 all the way with green candles to making, let me see, without stop. This was like already we did 100%. So the highest possibility is something like that, like a very divergent, and you already see it over there. I mean, I can see it. So yeah, just keep it in mind, because we're gonna have those tips even when every time we top it up, everybody's calling that it's the best time to buy. You need to buy it. We're gonna go higher and higher and higher. All the good news comes. I repeat this, because if you're new to the market or you haven't been enough, like myself, if you haven't been enough, I have been quite for years already in the market, and you will see, like, I mean, you're just gonna lose money. That's why just think clear, be patient, and you're gonna be rewarded. And don't listen all the noise behind. Yes, it's important sometimes, but don't listen all the noise. When we already looking or touching the previous high. That is the key point. So something else wanted to so yeah, I mean, this is just funny, but let's see how it goes. And something else as well, which is quite insane, like the search and on Google for icons is already going overpassing the 50%. So retails start to get interesting again into altcoins. Let's see how they play out, because when they come, they still not here. When they come, we're gonna come more and more and more liquidity, and that's why I was pointing this in the total too. We see how we have this breakout. Now we're topping up. We're probably gonna have a pullback. This is aligning as well with what Benjamin have been calling again. I don't know if you know him. He's pretty known in the crypto space already. And he have been mentioning as well, like in September, altcoins, they're gonna have a pullback, and all the money, all the liquidity gonna flow to Bitcoin, and then it's when we're gonna see more and more green candle for Bitcoin, which just makes sense. I mean, it makes sense with what I'm pointing here. We was watching the weekly, and we have this breakdown, and I was saying to you, like in the next normally it's like in the next weeks and month, and yeah, we're gonna have that. So don't just be patient. But if you altcoins, if you full on icons and they really not pumping up like nothing at all, you should consider, because like the majority of them I am pumping. Let me show you here. You see all are green, like 50%, 8%, IOTA, 8%, even IOTA, like it's like really on one, like is from the last bull market. Gala as well, the 10%. Let me see what other, Sandbox as well, like 9%. Let me see something. Ample, oh come on, it still exists. This one is also really old as well, but still 5%. So if yours is no into like popping up, I mean, you should just consider to move, because you're gonna miss off the gains. And mostly all the gains are just in the new ones. But the strong one from the last bull market, still, I believe they're still gonna pump up. I don't know, it's sooner or later, but they will. What else, guys? Let me know if you know this guy, but I really don't know him, but he has like 3.4 million followers, and he's like politician, I think, and lawyer. Pretty know. He was just posting something really crazy. This was about Pengu. Here it is. I just bought Pengu. What a time to be like digital Pengu. Like, this is insane. I don't know if he really bought or he just got something, because this is a super good marketing, but it doesn't matter. He bought or not. Right now, the market haven't priced that in. I mean, we just need to consolidate a little bit, so that would be really nice if we want to continue pumping on Pengu. Consolidating, and it's gonna just refreshing a little bit. Once we're doing this is gonna be just cooling off, which is super perfect, and after that we can go and make new highs again. Let me see the daily. How it looks at daily. Yeah, maybe we're just gonna consolidate a little bit more. This is what I was calling before. I was saying that we're gonna do a small red valley, and you see exactly play out. We made this small one, and now let me see. Let's remove that. Yeah, he's cooling off. Something like this we want to see in the weekly, and then we're gonna smash the previous high. So just keep that in mind, because I mean, this, I think they have a big potential, because Luca has is behind this project. He's also building the L1 how's it called, abstract, and I mean, it's pretty big mind. He's super smart and just having tons of partnerships. So I do think that this we're gonna see like smashing. I cannot really recall like how much we're gonna be making in this coin, but because it's already quite big in market cap, it's a little bit big. I think it's already in the 20 and the market cap is already market cap is already like the number 20 coin, something like this. So 21. Let me see. Market cap. Let's see where are you. Let's see where it's now. Pengu. Yeah, no, it's even lower. Let me see. Pengu. Where are you, Pengu? Oh, so 45. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, yeah. We can go even higher. That's really nice to see. I remember it was like 20 or something. Let me see. Total supply. Yeah, the fully rate is just 3 billion. Okay. Yeah, I think that we can do a couple of nexus on this one. So yeah, that was all in this episode. And if you have any question, just drop it in the commentary below. I'm going to be checking out and answer as much as I can. And remember to subscribe and like, and see you tomorrow, guys.